Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Muscle with the voice of professional bodybuilding, Bob Ciccarillo. And all the way from the East Coast, our two-time Mr. Olympia Physique champion and Arnold Classic champion, Brandon Hendrickson. Those are just a couple of the many titles that you've won. I believe I watched you win in Hawaii. I think you won something over in China. I mean, dude, what are you trying to make a title for yourself everywhere you go?
I'm just trying to put my name out there and make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, man.
Yeah, man.
I stopped my whole career in healthcare to take over and do bodybuilding. And so I make sure that I put 100% in every show that I do.
You're doing it very well. As a matter of fact, Bob, I witnessed this kid. You already got inducted into one Physique Hall of Fame at the Anaheim Fit Expo, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was inducted into the Dumbbell Hall of Fame club.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the sound of that. The Dumbbell Hall of Fame. It's
he's drawing good company. I'm in there. You didn't get one?
Yeah. I think I'm the only men's physique Olympia to be inducted.
Well, speaking of the Olympia, bro, last time I saw you, we were on stage at the Olympia.
Yes.
And it was quite the battle. You and Raymond were going back and forth. And it's funny because as much of a battle as it was, it seemed like you guys were almost having fun doing it.
Oh, I was having a great time. To be honest, I didn't even care who was on stage. It was my stage. Before I even went on stage, I knew it was my stage and I owned it, and I blinded everybody around me out, and I made sure I focused and do what I had to do.
Well, you didn't blind out Raymond, because like I say, I was right next to you guys, and you guys were laughing it up, but you were having, it was good, solid competition. You could tell like you guys were intense, but it didn't get nasty intense. It was more like it was a fun rivalry.
But it was apples and oranges. I mean, these guys aren't comparable, Bob.
Well, believe me, they were comparable.
How tall is Raymond?
Yeah, that's true. Raymond's about 6'2", 6'3".
And you're 5'6" on a good day?
5'8".
Yeah, so it's apples and oranges.
No, you're 5'6" on a good day. He's taller than you.
I'm going to challenge you. I'm challenging you. Yeah, but
he's about 15 pounds over me as well.
Yeah, you guys have two totally distinctive, different-looking physiques.
Completely different physiques.
Yeah, it's either him or it's you, and you were in pursuit of recapturing the title. Was it harder to recapture it than it was to win it originally?
Yeah. I think it was harder, but my mind was a much better place than originally, because I lost the title.
Yeah,
I lost the title in 2019 because I got comfortable, and knowing that the physique I was bringing, I did the 2020 Arnold Classic. I placed second, and I brought a completely different physique to that stage, and I knew exactly what I needed to adjust to bring 100% Brandon Hendrickson. And that's what I brought for the 2020 Mr. Olympia, and I thought it was undeniable. But
well, Brandon, I mean, it was close, but you certainly gave it. You showed up at 100%, and I think that was the difference between the show you lost the year before and recapturing the title. Are you worried in any respect, my friend, that you have a curse of only winning this title on even-numbered years?
You said that. No. Like I said, my mind was just wasn't in a good place the last time. This time, mine is in a good place. I have a new coach. I'm working with Neil Hill, Y3T.
Okay.
I'm just in a much better place, mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm in a really good place right now. So I see another title coming this year.
Now, Brandon, you are a bodybuilder in board shorts. Give me the narrative on how this is not men's bikini. I've heard that when I've traveled. People go, oh, men's bikini. You train like a bodybuilder. Are you restraining yourself? Are you holding back when you train? Are you doing fitness training? What type of training does it take to be the best in the world?
I'm a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
First of all, so I train like a bodybuilder. I eat like a bodybuilder. I live the life of a bodybuilder. For me, my focus is training for this specific division, training for men's physique. Now, I do have potential to be a classic physique. And at one point in time, maybe 5-6 years down the line, maybe 212, maybe open, if I focus on that. But my focus was men's physique. So coming in when I started in 2012, 2013, my focus was to build the most perfect men's physique shape, which is all about the V-taper. It's all about the abs, back, and core, building the symmetry. So I didn't focus on legs. in the beginning because I wanted to just first build that shape. I finally built the shape. I was rewarded for it. But then I wasn't seeing balance in my physique, which is why I implemented training legs, making legs a priority in my training, which started about 2018. So I can say me and Jeremy Buendia, probably the only Mr. Olympia men's physique that have legs that are now starting to get respect from guys in the upper divisions, in the open class divisions.
Well, Jeremy's got 4 of those Olympia titles.
Yeah, he's got 4.
You got 2.
But let me tell you where these guys get a bad rap, though. Okay, when we first started the division, that was what, 6-7 years ago now, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 2012.
Okay. A lot of the guys didn't have legs.
No,
it was pretty much an upper body competition with the board, and it was, like I say, it was across the board almost. A lot of changes have happened in that time.
Yeah.
These guys now, like Brandon and a lot of the other competitors, they got legs. And if you notice, and you're in it, so you notice, but if you've noticed, Sean, the shorts have changed.
Yeah.
Where they used to have the big, blousy, kind of like real
like
beach
NBA
shorts, right? Yeah, like the NBA. They're a lot tighter fitting now, and that's to show the leg. So even though you guys have the longer shorts, leg development is actually in now with it because you can see whether you have no legs or not.
I mean, you still see it, bro. Like, you still see guys that are swimming in shorts. That's because they don't focus on leg training. You can look at Mr. Olympia first call out.
But you can see, to your point, you can see the difference now though, because you got a lot of you guys have graduated to the tighter shorts that are made with a little bit of the elastic in it now, so it clings to the leg. So you can tell the guys with the old style shorts don't have any legs.
Right, but you can tell who has legs because you can't have a guy that doesn't have legs wearing those type of shorts.
That's right.
He's not wearing those type of shorts.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So the guys that you see that have legs, they're comfortable and they're confident wearing those shorts. I.e., me, Raymond, Jeremy. We can wear those kind of shorts because we know we have the legs to match.
What are your limitations in preparation? Are you counting calories? Are you not going over a certain weight in terms of the poundage that you lift? Are there limitations? Because a bodybuilder trains with a reckless abandon in terms of throwing around weight and consuming calories.
No, I don't have limitations. I just go according to how my body's responding. If I feel like right now, man, I can't focus on size. It's not about size for me. If I focus on size, I'm going to start leaking into classic physique division. Right. So right now, for me, I think I'm at the cap for my height in men's physique.
What is the cap?
So right now, it's just about detail.
What is the cap? Is there a weight limit for your height?
From my height, no, there's no limit. There's no limit, but it's all about the symmetry and what they're looking for men's physique. So I'm on stage last year at Mr. Olympia. I'm 5'8" and I was 192 pounds. I could come in at 200, but that symmetry at 200 pounds might not be what they're looking for in men's physique.
Right.
So it's a completely different look.
Well, listen, clearly you put a look out there that the judges like because you're the reigning Olympian champ. So I would agree with you that you don't have to move mountains at this point or do anything really obscure. Right. Let's just speculate and move forward a little bit. As you've expressed an interest to possibly in the future move up to a 212 or men's open or classic even. Let's just say that. What's the magic number for you? Let's go to the Olympia this year. Let's say you win again. Is that the cue to let me hang it up with 3 of these and move on to another division? Try to become the first guy to win in 2 different divisions. Like, what's that magic number for you?
I try to switch divisions. I think was last year, and I had a conversation with Tyler Mannion after I won the first Olympia, and we asked him, "What do you think about me switching to classic? Just trying it out."
Right.
He was like, "Focus on beating Jeremy's record first." I'm not there yet. Right. I have great legs for a men's physique athlete.
Right.
I do not have competitive legs for a classic physique.
I got you. Yeah, that's very fair.
Okay?
Yeah.
I have great legs for a men's physique. I'm not ready for classic. So while I'm chasing Jeremy's record of 4, I'm going to keep focusing and making my legs better and better every year.
Does that include competing in other shows? I mean, again, we've seen you over in Hawaii, seen you over in China. You traveled a bit. Are you just solely focused on this title, defending it, or are you?
I have nothing else to prove.
Okay.
Now it's just about GOAT status, greatest of all time. I'm chasing you, Sean.
Yeah,
I'm chasing your status.
You got to get to number 5. Jeremy's gone. He's out of the conversation.
Jeremy's gone. It's open. So I have an opportunity to become the greatest of all time in the men's physique division. So that's my focus, which is Olympia. But man,
does it take a year to get ready for it?
I got invited to Athleticon, so I'm just waiting for The Rock.
So there's other opportunities out there. Would those opportunities be more financial? Because it's just another show. It's not the Olympia. You're going to go in that show, and you're not going to be standing next to maybe some of the guys that are at the Olympia. So is that a financial strategy, or is it to be the original winner of a new show?
It's a good question.
Yeah. Because
I wasn't afraid to do that in 2018. I won the 2018 Olympia. A week after that, I went to Korea. I won Korea Pro. A week after that, I did Japan Pro, and I won. A week after that, I did the China Pro, and I won. So I'm not new to this.
Right.
I'm not afraid to bring my physique across the waters as an Olympia champion. It's just it has to make sense for me. Right now, what makes sense is Mr. Olympia, the Arnold Classic, and Athleticon. Otherwise, nothing else makes sense right now.
Well, this year will be interesting for that because to date, there's nothing on Athleticon. It doesn't look like they're going to be venturing forward with that this year.
Or the Arnold.
I was just going there. So we don't even necessarily know if there's going to be an Arnold this year.
Yeah, exactly.
But you do have 7 months until the Olympia. So.
No. Hey, it's right now, it's just about the business. I have the title on my back and I'm carrying the organization. So I'm doing seminars. I'm doing free seminars. I have one in Wisconsin. I have one in Florida. I'm doing FitCon meet and greets at an expo at FitCon in Dallas.
Sure.
Just a lot of different things going on that just to keep myself busy and as I'm representing the organization.
Now, do you have a real job? We always like to put those in parentheses as bodybuilders. Is there anything you do outside the industry, or does everything you do revolve around your title and who you are and your involvement in the sport?
This is what I do now, man. Took a long time to convince my parents that this is what I wanted to do.
We've all been there. Trust me.
Hey, I had to make that jump. After I won the Arnold Classic in 2016, that Saturday I won the show. Sunday we had the press conference for champions, and Monday I was back to work at Hollister. I was working at a clothing company, a manager there. So I realized that week, if I'm able to work a inconsistent job, 8-hour job, 40 hours a week, and win the Arnold Classic, what else can I do if I focus just on bodybuilding?
Trinidad had a few athletes come out back in the day, and this is where I match wits with my partner here, Bob Chick. Are you familiar with some of the athletes that have come out of Trinidad?
This is so easy.
Darren Charles.
Okay.
Dazzling
the
Darren
king
Charles.
of the $10,000 shows.
That's right.
Darren Charles. He's not the only one out of Trinidad.
He's the only one. Who's the only one?
Was that one? Was Joel Stubbs from Trinidad? The pilot?
You know what? I believe he from the Bahamas, I believe, actually, or somewhere there.
It's all like the same general area.
Same area, yeah.
What about John Guillaume? Where's he from?
There's probably a handful, but I'm gonna say that Dazzling Durham's hard to beat with that.
Have
you been back over that area? Have you been to Trinidad?
I just went on my first vacation since I started bodybuilding in 2012.
Oh, wow.
My last vacation was in Trinidad in 2011. Mm-hmm. So that was the last time I went back.
So did you get a hero's welcome like Big Ramy when he went back to Egypt, where they had parades in the streets
No, this is Chicago. They don't care about bodybuilding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't care. Yeah, so
they were rioting in the streets. Brandon thought it was for him when he got there. He's like, hey.
Brandon, tell me, how did you find men's physique? Because you obviously started off bodybuilding. How did you stumble into men's physique?
I was a skinny kid. There was no way I knew about bodybuilding. There's no way I would achieve something like that. Like that seemed like completely just out of this world for me. It was something I didn't think that I could achieve. Open bodybuilding. Then men's physique started, and I went to one of the shows back in 2012, and I was immediately inspired. I'm like, yo, he's not huge. He's not a huge guy. He's wearing board shorts. I'm skinny. I got some abs. If I just go in the gym, start eating clean, I can do that too. And so I started.
When and where did that start? How did it? Where were you? What show?
It was it an NPC?
Yeah.
I don't even think it was an NPC show, bro. It was like a natural show that he did out here in Illinois.
Did you win?
No, I didn't compete.
No, I'm talking about what was your experience? You decided to get on stage and compete. Where was that?
Oh, for me, so my first show was the Chicago Pro. I did the Chicago Pro Am.
Oh, the amateur side that Bob probably emceed.
Yeah, so Chicago Extravaganza.
How'd it go for you?
I got second place.
And that was it?
As an amateur, I did 7 shows, and the worst I've placed was second place.
Wow. Yeah,
I must have 7 shows.
I must have announced you at that show.
So you did 7 shows, all the worst you did was second.
Then I got my pro card, 2013. And then I did 2 or 3 shows my first year, my rookie year, where I placed top 8, top 9. And then 2015 was when I got my first win in Tampa. And that's how I got qualified for Olympia in 2015. 2015 Olympia, I placed 5th.
Well, stay right there on that 5th place finish, because we're going to take a commercial break here at Monday Night Muscle and come back and pick up with your journey through the men's physique division on the pro level.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else. Every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, you know I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
All right, for Bob Chick, I'm Sean Ray. We were counting it down, the long road to the Olympia title for Brandon Hendrickson. What year did you start, Brandon?
2012.
Well, that's, 9 years ago.
I was winning shows from the second he stepped on stage.
You went first and second.
What did it take you, 3 shows to get to the pros?
Well, to the Olympia title, I should say. Let me qualify.
Olympia title?
Yeah, to the Olympia title. So you did a few shows, and you started getting your feet wet, and you were modeling yourself after whom? Was there someone that you were looking towards to kind of emulate along your journey? Was there someone you were that inspired you along the way?
My first kind of inspiration in bodybuilding was Kai Greene.
Okay, and you look nothing like Kai Greene.
Right.
No, completely different.
You're looking at a cartoon character.
The only thing that I can compare to is my nose ring. At the time. He was the inspiration behind.
What did you like about Kai Greene? Because I had the honor of promoting the first show that Bob was the master of ceremonies.
That's right. Yeah.
He won in 2007 out in Colorado. Yes.
I'm inspired by his grind. He came from nothing. He came from a small apartment, hot. Yeah. Just wanting to train and do better for himself. And I was inspired by that, and I wanted to be that.
A story that is well told. Me and Bob are all too familiar with
the
that.
Olympia story is always an interesting one, because there's one thing you've accomplished that Kai unfortunately couldn't get to. That's is not 1 but 2 Olympia titles. But let's rewind a little bit. It wasn't that long ago, but give me your thoughts on the final announcement of you winning the Olympia this year. Take me back to that moment on stage.
Recapturing the Olympia.
Yeah, let's recapturing, and that moment you're waiting for the big announcement.
Yeah, I was nervous, man, because I kind of knew that I had it, but you never know. This is bodybuilding. You can always. So I always prepare myself for the worst.
Right.
Situation. So I'm always hearing them calling Ray for the champion.
Right.
So when you initially, name me as a champion, I didn't have any response, because I would just assume that you call him.
Really?
And then Ray looked at me, and I'm like, why is he looking at me? And then everybody was like, and then I realized that it was me. So it wasn't until Ray looked at me that I knew that I wanted.
So you were literally caught up in you were lost in the moment. You were just like a deer in the headlights out there, hoping.
You should see my face. I look at the video every day. I'm like, yo, wait, what?
I think we captured it.
Hopefully we can.
I think
get
there's
that,
a photograph of that where you're really. Yeah, man.
But I like to ask athletes about that moment because it's so different and so surreal. As many people as you talk to that captured an Olympia title, they've all got a completely different recollection.
Yes.
Yours very unique, and Sean Clarita and what he
remember
Chris
Ronnie.
Bumstead and
Ronnie would collapse on the ground.
yeah, Ronnie would would be on the ground for 20 minutes. We'd have to revive him and get him back.
Man, crazy how much that I went through with this journey this year, this prep, 26-week prep. Ended up leaving my coach 2 weeks out, getting a new coach 2 weeks out.
Now wait a minute.
Yeah, this is
Hold
news.
on there, champ.
I didn't even know Physique guys had coaches.
Yeah, we got to go back.
You guys don't even know what's going on in men's physique division. You have no idea.
That's why we brought you on. You got to. We're still learning. We want to get educated.
You got to bring us up to speed. How do you lose a coach 2 weeks out from the Olympia? What happens?
So, my coach at the time wanted to start a supplement company.
Okay.
Just started the company. He wanted, obviously, me to be the main athlete in his company. I just wanted the contract that he had. Me, my manager, my lawyer, we didn't agree. We were like, we're 2 weeks out. We're 4 weeks out this time. Let's focus on Mr. Olympia. It's coming up. Let's focus on let's focus on a contract after the show. I was being pressured to sign a contract. Yeah. Mind you, I'm training with my coach at the time every day.
Right.
So every day he's talking and bringing up this company.
In the gym. Yes, gosh.
So basically, he gave me an ultimatum. If I don't sign the contract, then he's not going to offer this contract
2 weeks
after
before the Olympia. Wow.
Yes. So
this is bad management.
Anyways, drama happened. I said I'm done.
Wow.
I left him.
Walked away.
I'm with him to be my coach. I'm not with him to be my manager, my owner, whatever. The owner of a company. I don't want any ties with that. Just be my coach. And he didn't respect that, so I left him and I got with Neil Hill.
Wow.
2 weeks out.
Wow.
How's that guy feel after you win the title?
I know, right? Boy, his stock went way down after you completed the deal on your own.
Man, when you say manager, lawyer, coach,
this was a bad strategy. But
me and Bob just had like ourselves.
In all fairness, I don't know who your previous coach was, okay? Because we're friends with a lot of these people. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to say this in deference to that. This was a bad move.
Business happens after the contest.
But, you know what I mean? This is not something professionally you would come up with a month out of a show or 2 weeks or whatever.
Which is why he walked away.
Yeah, but you know what? And good for you, bro, because that's not something that should have been. First of all, if the guy was smart, he would have waited till afterwards when in contemplation of a victory, right? You're in the best position you can be in.
Bro, I won.
Right.
I won the show.
I know.
Yeah, I'm hoping you sent him. I hope you sent him a thank you letter with that photograph when you won.
He's doing much worse than
I would have stuck it in.
He gave you the wrong advices, my friend.
Man. We've seen people get the wrong advices. It sounds like you needed that extra drama. I think that's probably why you won. He pushed you to another level.
And not only that. That's what happened in 2018. I had drama with Jeremy Buendia in 2018. I had drama with Andre.
How do you have drama with your competitors? I'm not familiar with that.
Oh,
please,
these guys are.
Please enlighten me. What's going on in the men's physique?
Bob, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know what it is.
Listen.
We had drama for years, man, years, and it was never me that brought it up. I never brought it up. I honestly think that I get in the mix because I'm a threat. I'm a threat because I'm in the mix. If I wasn't a threat, my name wouldn't be brought up at all.
I'm unfamiliar with all this drama.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You can school Sean on this stuff because he doesn't keep up with anything outside the men's bodybuilding, of course. But the shit talking that goes on with these guys,
where's it going on? Is it online?
No. On stage.
On stage, yeah.
Is 10 times more than the men's open.
I think I heard some with Andre Ferguson. You had it out with Andre Ferguson one year?
It's online too, and on stage. I'll tell you the first time, and I can talk about this openly now. The first time this happened was at the Arnold Classic 2016 when I won. Yeah. I won it was my debut. George Brown he played second. He's from Columbus, Ohio, right? Yeah. He was doing this is his second time doing the Arnold Classic. The first year, Sadiq won. Mm-hmm. The second year, I won. So George is going for he's trying to get it in his own city in Columbus. First call outs, right? We're in the first call out. I'm in the middle. George is next to me. He's bumping my elbow in our pose.
Yeah, the stage.
So I move up in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
I move up in front of him. And he moves up with me and bumps me again. So now I know that he's not competing. He's trying to distract me.
Yeah.
So as we're walking off stage, Bob, you were there. You probably don't remember. We're walking off stage. I'm like, damn, George, you a bully. Just kind of joking around.
Yeah.
Bro, after that, he literally said every curse word that you could say about a man.
Wow.
We're like, yo, we were on stage in the back. The expediters had to move us. Nobody saw this. Nobody knew what was going on. A couple weeks later, I go on my live. I'm talking about what happened. And George comes on my live, and he was like, yeah, I said everything. I said, I'm not going to say it now.
Yeah.
But he said a lot of stuff.
This sounds
anyway,
like Tupac and Biggie.
So that's where it started.
Okay.
And it ended in 2 days out from the 2020 Mr. Olympia.
On the press conference.
Right? I get assaulted. Nobody knows this.
Yeah.
I get assaulted by the same person 2 days out from Mr. Olympia. I had to call J.M. Mannion.
Wow.
I had to call Dan Solomon. They all know about this.
Oh, wow.
Was this a verbal assault or a physical assault?
Physical. I was physically assaulted.
No no video? We don't have any footage? No iPhone video?
If it goes to court, we're gonna go get video from the hotel.
Wow.
If it goes to court.
It was at a hotel.
It was at the host hotel.
How do you lay hands on someone in a physique contest? Like, what do you have to do?
Give us some. What happened? What happened?
I left Mandis, right?
Right.
And George is with Mandis.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess after the show, right? After all my shows, I always give Mandis money for whatever, just to be my coach. He doesn't ask me for anything. I just give it to him, you know?
Okay. That's fair enough.
So I left him. Now he's asking me for the money 2 weeks out. He's asking me to pay him whatever I owe him, some stuff that he paid for a trip, whatever. He's asking for me for this money, some $700.
Okay.
So my lawyer's like, leave Brandon alone. He needs to do his show. We'll focus on the money after the show. George Brown, 2 days out at the meet and greet, right? The Thursday, he bumps my elbow. He was like, you owe that N-word Mandis money, $700. So I looked at George. I'm like, you have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
This money that I owe Mandis is about me and Mandis. Is not me and you.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, a couple hours later goes on after the meet and greet, whatever, at night, we go to the Uber pickup. George is there. Me and my wife are there.
Oh, it's getting interesting.
George. He walks up and literally checks me with his elbow in my arm. So I had to put a defense up.
Wow.
He checks me and he says, get the F out of my way. Stay the F out of my way.
Wow.
No respect.
And walked off. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm 2 days off from Mr. Olympia. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go all the way to police report, all the way to the police and call and make a report?
Right.
Do I go back to the hotel and eat my meal that I'm supposed to eat, get my tan, All these things are going in my head, bro. This is 2 days out from Mr. Olympia. What am I supposed to do?
Sounds like good strategy on his part. He's throwing you off your game.
I don't know, man. And that's the craziest thing to me. He's the one that's competing in the show. Like, if I'm competing in a show, I'm not going to worry about
being a bill collector. Yeah.
I could see if he wasn't competing and he wanted to mess with me, okay, but you're competing too.
I thought the rap music industry was tough. This sounds like it's got the rap industry beat.
Hey, I don't even...
Can we get a celebrity boxing match?
I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm just telling what happened.
Yeah.
I ended up winning the show. It's over. There's no more beef.
So it's over.
There's no more drama.
Okay. So this is not coming back somewhere down the road.
No, it's done.
Did the guy get the $700?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Did you ever get an apology from the bully that's George Brown?
Oh, we're already doing. We already got this in court.
Now you guys are in court.
Yeah.
Litigation.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Wow.
The good thing is like I started, us off today. The dynamic has changed on stage. It seems like 3, 4, 5 years ago, it was very much exactly what you're saying. But there was a lot of shit talk. I mean, it was
it's like a physique contest.
Listen, I'm up there with I can hear these guys. Okay, I'm the only guy that can hear them. So I hear what's going on, and it was very much a lot of the names you just mentioned, but. It seems to have turned from that now. Like I said, you and Raymond and some of the other guys that were up there battling, you guys were battling, but you were more having fun battling, not the nasty, talking. And you know, I mean, I hear it from a lot of the competitors, but it never really gets nasty other than your division.
If somebody else was in the top 3, it would have got nasty. The fact that me, Ray, and Chiron, 3 good guys, peaceful guys that are not about drama. That's why there's no drama, because we're not like that. But there were some other people in that top 3. You guys would have had a lot more to talk about.
Wow, who knew that men's physique is so gangsta? I didn't know. I got to pay closer attention.
Yeah,
I missed it because
goons and men's physique.
I'm usually backstage doing other interview type stuff, so I missed it when the guys come out there.
I see it.
In the board shorts with the you know, tattoos and ready to go to war. We need to have a celebrity boxing match when this thing's all over.
You know what, though? It's exactly what Brandon's saying, though. It's the company you keep. Jeremy, to his credit of 4 Olympias, was not the nicest guy on stage a lot of times. I mean, he kind of, you know, initiated a lot of that stuff. You know, he got into it with a lot of the competitors. But unfortunately, that kind of brings like kind. And there was, like I said, there was 3-4 years there where it was starting to get nasty up there.
Well, the closest I've seen the bodybuilders get physical was when your boy Kai Greene flipped his ponytail and he hit Phil Heath and they squared off.
Hey,
Weinberger had to separate the 2.
That's crossing the line. That's you get hit with a ponytail.
The ponytail hit you in the face. It was like the gloves were off.
That's it.
But you're getting hit by an elbow, and who knew it could be so dangerous on that stage? But you are the champion, so it sounds like most of that stuff is beneath you.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's a point because you're going to court with this guy that's a bully. Pretty much.
Well, they're trying to take me to court, but that's not going to go anywhere. Okay. So, you know.
We got to follow that up, Bob.
Listen, I'll tell you what you got to do. I'll give you some legal advices from the team Monday Night Muscle here. Get rid of this stuff, bro. You don't need it. That's not what you're all about. You've got bigger fish to fry. You're the champ.
Everybody wants to get after the champ.
Well, like I said, but you know what? The champ, these divisions get led from the champ down.
Correct.
When you got a guy like Brandon in there who's been nothing but classy as far as I've ever seen you interact with fans and people and other competitors, again, you keep like kind. You know, it's a different atmosphere up there now. So hopefully you guys can get rid of that, you know, and just put it behind you.
Yeah,
because you got bigger fish, buddy. Namely the Olympia.
Everybody wants to try to distract you from what it is you're trying to do. And this sounds like a typical play.
You got to break the curse.
Listen, I was successful at distracting Flex Wheeler.
You got it.
I was successful in '97.
Yeah, you want to go back to some history. This guy is the last guy to be talking about coming up with stuff.
But I mean, I'm saying it never came to throwing elbows and litigation and all that stuff.
Listen,
he's got to rise above.
He's got a curse he's got to break, bro.
Yeah.
Raymond right now is in your head going, look, bro, you can't win on odd numbered years. I'm telling you, it's 2021. This is all about me. You have to be able to break this, bro.
Well, he's chasing history here. He's trying to go for breaking Jeremy Brunia's record of 4, which we haven't seen.
I'm not getting beaten.
Yeah, I like that.
I get on stage at 100%, and I'm coming for Jeremy's record. I want to beat Jeremy's record, so that's 3 more wins for me. So I got at least 3 more years at 100%.
Well, let's hope that you're not getting hit with some flying elbows. Your forearms look look legit. Let me see that. Let me see that forearm again. It looks twice the size of Bob's.
Yeah, I know, right?
I didn't know I had to walk around with security around these shows, bro.
Well, you got everything else. You got a freaking lawyer. You got a manager, security. What's another bodyguard, man? Maybe we'll put Bob out there and help you out in that area.
I can help. Yeah. Well, let's. Hey, listen. We got our own bigger fish to fry. We got lots more questions and coming up Olympia in just a few moments here. First, this commercial break. Hang on, Brandon Hendrickson back after the break. All right, back with the two-time Olympia champ, Brandon Hendrickson, in the house here at Monday Night Muscle, Sean. And
yeah, man,
the fireworks are flying on stage with these men's physique.
Well, who knew? I mean, you guys look like the trophy, right? When they put that trophy out there. I'm curious to know whether or not you, like myself, are interested in actually doing more than just the quarter turns. You got this great body that you bust your ass the whole year for, and all we're seeing are quarter turns. I'd like to see maybe 5 mandatory poses, somewhere where you move your arms, somewhere where you do some type of statuesque type of a pose. Would you like to see it evolve, or are you content with the quarter turns?
I don't think there should be any mandatory poses. I think it should be a freestyle posing.
How many?
This is physique. Once you start adding mandatory poses, then it starts becoming another division.
How many poses would you like to add to what you already have in terms of just the quarter turns? Because that's all you do.
All we do is front and back, actually. We don't even do quarter turns.
Yeah, technically speaking, there isn't even quarter turns. It's front and back. Now, I will say this. When we started this division, I remember having very candid conversations with Jim Mannion about, and we went back and forth on whether we should have put in mandatories. Like, we were very down the middle of, well, should we, what are they going to do? They're just going to stand there, you know, so we kind of went back and forth with, well, what are they going to do?
You decided on neither.
Well, we finally decided to not do mandatories because we wanted it completely separated from bodybuilding. Mm-hmm. Now, that said, if you've noticed, and clearly you're the best in the world at this, the quote routine, all right, is supposed to be a front and back pose.
Yeah, it's
now,
never
just like
that.
bikini, okay, there's an actual routine now that kind of goes, but a lot of the guys have incorporated they're poses, but they're not really mandatory.
Transitional poses.
Yeah, the transitional poses you guys have come up with have really kind of made for a routine. So I think it actually has evolved in some manner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but a lot of guys do too much.
Yeah.
And
listen.
It's too flamboyant.
Let me tell you something. I'll give you guys one bit of credit more than the bikini chicks, okay? What you do has evolved, and sometimes it is too much, but at least you're quick about it. The bikini girls?
Wow, do they take their time?
Listen, we got to get a stopwatch on this. These quote routines are like they're in molasses, and it's so slow sometimes. And I'm thinking to myself, look at honey, you want to get on and get off of there, man. The longer you're out there, the more they're picking you apart.
Yeah.
Oh man, these people don't know. That's why, if you see my routine, I show my strengths and I get off stage.
That's the key. Get in and get out, you know?
That's it. They don't care about all this extra stuff.
No, and you know what? And the judges don't even look at it, really. I got to be honest with you. The individual, they don't really look at a lot anyways. We know that because bodybuilding in any division, from bikini to men's open, is all about comparison.
Right.
So what you do on your own is nice and all, but it's really mostly for the photographers, JM and his crew, because they got to get some shots of you, and it's history and all that. And we get that. Everybody's got their job. But yeah, there's so much of that I wish we could just teach the younger generation. Look, we get you want to look professional, but just like you said, bro, get on there, show your stuff, and get off the stage.
Is that what you tell your people when you do these seminars and appearances? I mean, are you giving them those type of advices when you talk about your sport?
Yeah, of course. And I'm actually in the process of writing a book called The Encyclopedia of Men's Physique.
Wow.
Just like the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. But
Sounds
I'm going to create a book that the things you don't need a coach for. So yes, you need a diet coach, you need a training coach, but there's no coach for how to pick shows, how to qualify for Olympia, what shorts to wear, what tanning color, what to do and what not to do on stage as a men's physique athlete. There's things for men's physique that people don't normally have a coach for.
I like the progressive approach, now, considering there's never been a men's physique book.
Now, on behalf of me and Sean, can you put this in your book? Can you tell the up-and-comers not to do this?
Ride the Harley Davidson.
What is this?
You're riding the Harley.
Bro, what are they doing?
And it varies. I got my jacket's a little tight, but it varies. So when they
What is that?
I thought that was done in 2013. I can't believe they're still doing that.
It's still going on, and the pot stirring thing going too. He's got the. There's a few things we like to. The arms up in the air thing has gotten so out of. How is this helping anybody's physique? Can you?
Nobody. They don't have real friends to tell them that doesn't look good.
No.
Well, I can tell you, coming up as a teenager in bodybuilding, we had the magazines. We didn't have YouTube.
Right.
We didn't have social media. But I emulated what I saw in the magazines and, of course, the videos that I would purchase and became a student of the game.
Right.
What are they looking at when they do these mistakes? I mean, who are they modeling themselves after?
If I'm a men's physique athlete, and this is my first year in men's physique, I'm going to look at the best guys. The Mr. Olympia. I'm going to look at the last Mr. Olympia, see how they pose. Nobody in the men's physique Olympia is posing like that. So I don't know where they're learning this from.
And that's a great point because, look, you guys have access today to stuff we never had. You've got thousands of YouTube videos. You've got, Olympias from the last, whatever, modern era stuff. And you're exactly right. Nobody at the top does that. Nobody has their arms parallel to the ground. I don't know where this started. It looks horrible. It doesn't help their physique. It actually loses their V-taper. If you had to give some advice right here to some up-and-comers that are watching this, what's like the top 3 things that they do that you see competitors doing wrong, especially at the amateur level?
Stop cooking the soup. Bro.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
Soup, right? Obviously the bicycle hands.
Yeah.
And then create your own lane. Stop copying. A lot of guys you see doing the double fist, the double hand. That doesn't look good for everybody.
Right.
Just because it looks good for this person doesn't mean it looks good on that you need to do it.
What about
Create
the shorts?
your own lane.
Well, I mean, you got some decisions to make when it comes to picking out those winning shorts that you wear. Where do I go to pick out my short? Do I just go to like Dick's Sporting Goods, or where am I getting my shorts?
Go to darksport.com. This is my official clothing sponsor.
Oh, you're selling those?
Who better to ask?
Nice.
Dark Sport. Look, I'm wearing it right now.
Okay, so you make the board shorts.
Quality, the best colored shorts.
Do you make Bob size?
Probably not.
I mean, I'm assuming you're.
I'll take that as a compliment,
Are they
by the way.
are they tailored, or is it just small, medium, and large, or how's it work?
Yeah, no, they have sizes, but the way they're cut, they're very contoured to the shape of the leg.
Okay, what's the website we go to order it? Where do we go?
DARCsport.com. So Dark Sport.
Right on a shirt. I got it down there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the short.
Darksport.com.
All right.
Okay,
So
nice.
chapter.
Hey, one thing, make sure you use my code Brandon10.
There you go. Brandon 10
10%
off. I'm
What
guessing.
does the 10 represent?
That's 10% off.
10%.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
Nice. Well, hey, I'll take the discount.
Absolutely. So
I
all right.
go to the beach a lot. But
So chapter 1, motorcycle. Chapter 2, can you instruct these guys to not hit a pose, reset, and hit the exact same pose again?
Right. Yeah, anytime I reset, it's resetting into another pose.
It doesn't look any different the fourth time you hit the same pose. I mean, somebody's, again, I see it across the board, but.
Yeah, they got to be creative. You have to be creative in those front poses, or those poses when you get tired. There's a lot of times where I start to fatigue on stage, so you got to switch it up. You don't want to go back to the same pose.
What else does your division, from where you sit as an original, what would you like to see happen in that division on any level that might be better for the sport?
I think they can offer a little more money.
Yeah, that's number one.
Always.
Yeah. We always say that. But beyond the financial side, because that's a given. I think everybody should get more, and I think you guys all think the same way. But what else can we do? What else do you think the fans want to see, or you as an athlete would like to see for yourself?
I think there needs to be more coverage on Men's Physique. A lot of companies and pages, they do coverage of open bodybuilding. I think there needs to be more coverage of Men's Physique.
Welcome to Monday Night Muscle. We are pioneers in the game of trying to make sure that you get your recognition. That's why you're on the show. We're definitely paying attention to what you guys are doing, because what you're doing is short of amazing. You're on the brink of making history. You're 2 wins away from tying the record of Jeremy, 3 from breaking it, and we are paying attention, and hope the rest of the country and the world pays a little bit more attention, because you guys are very competitive at what you do.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, let me ask you this. Did the guys hurt their own cause a couple years back with all the smack talking and the fights online and all that? Did they take a gigantic step backwards, in your opinion, in terms of gaining favor out there with the fans, the businesses, companies, that type of thing?
Yeah, because those guys that are doing that, they're not thinking about 5-10 years from now. They're not thinking about big companies that would want to work with them, and how they're perceived to these companies when they act like this. They don't think about those things like that. So, and I do. So I always make sure I'm clean, man. I don't even want no drama. I'm all about peace, making change, and just doing the right thing and being better.
Well, Brett, some of the advice that I'd have for you guys as champions especially is to try to maybe marry yourself into, when I say marry, I'm talking about join, with some of the bikini girls, and maybe get some professional photo shoots with girls. Bob, when you and I were coming up, we would wind up on the cover of Flex or Muscle and Fitness with a hot chick to compliment what we look like. But I have yet to really see the crossover, the blending of the world-class Men's Physique and the world-class bikini girl doing a couple's photo shoot, and then promoting that. You don't wait for another entity to make that happen. I think this might be a day and age where it's incumbent upon the athlete, because of your social media ability, to reach across the table and find that girl that might be complimentary to yourself, get the professional photographer to take the pictures, and you two be the leaders in promoting the look of health and fitness, because that's an untapped market right now. I just don't see it happening, and I think it's going to be up to you to do it.
But the wellness
The wellness is way. Yeah. You're preaching to the choir. I would love to see two hot bodies like that, because you don't have to have a cover and you don't have to have an institution make that happen for you. You're taking control of your career with your manager, with your trainer, your nutritionist, your lawyer, your titles. I mean, this might be something that you have to consider leading into the show. Who do I want to be photographed with? Who complements my look? And then make that part of your reality and promote yourself.
It's all about business.
Yeah, man. Send me my check.
Brant, listen, he's way ahead of the game. The first thing out of his mouth, wellness. Let's partner up with the wellness girls.
Send me my check for my advices. We got more advices for you going down the road, man. But it's been an eye opener watching you do what you do, because again, it's historic to win the title, lose the title, and recapture it. You're one of the few that have actually been able to do it.
I think me and Jay Cutler are one of the only two to do that, Mr. Olympia.
As far as I can remember, yeah, that's a huge accomplishment. And of course, we want to see you try to break this record, because Jeremy raised the bar, and I think he's done. He had a kid or something. He's pretty much done.
Yeah, he's done. But shout out to Jeremy, man. He's a legend in the sport.
Yeah, listen, he obviously paved a pretty good path, physique-wise, and looks like he's on to other things now with a brand new family. I believe they just had a baby.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Jeremy and his wife. And
we had our commentator Mark Anthony, the very first men's physique commentate for you guys this year on the Olympia platform there in Orlando. So it was good to have somebody that's been there and done that talk about what it is you guys do.
Where is that? Because I have yet to see an actual footage of the commentary of the men's.
We are going to find. I know it's on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I believe it'll be on the Digital Muscle website and the Olympia website shortly. I know they're working on putting that on there. Okay. We're going to give you the last word, though. So, last word, message to Raymond Edmonds.
Oh, man, y'all crazy.
He's going to have to compete again, I think, before the Olympia, right? Do you think he should?
He should compete again?
Prior to the Olympia.
I would at least do the Arnold, but yeah, he'll probably do Pittsburgh or something. He's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so
of course. Listen, he'd be how do you not? He's Mr. Pittsburgh. I mean, that's it.
You'll get a chance to see him. If he's doing it, would you go and watch it?
Listen, you don't care about Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We're talking Olympia. We're talking 7 months away. You're the defending champ once again. Again, your message to Raymond, give him some good advice.
Is it a one-man show? I thought there's some other guys in the show.
He's the guy to beat. These guys have gone back and forth.
He already beat him. Are you thinking about that guy?
What do you got?
Be comfortable in second place.
Be comfortable. Enjoy
that's good advice, right?
Good advice. Perfect. Enjoy second place. Well, we're going to follow you all the way, huh?
I got 3 more years, and I'm coming for Jimmy's record. That's my priority. So until then, until 2024, 2025, then the new champ can come.
There you go. So Raymond, he can have the Olympia after that. He'll be on the other divisions, things.
It's going to come quick, brother.
It's not just keeping number of years anymore, Bob. We're going to do this 3 more years in a row.
All right. Well, we're going to be right here following it. Now that I know there could be fisticuffs in your division, I'm going to definitely pay attention.
He's looking for 2 words this year. And still.
And still. We'll find out this October 7th to the 10th.
Wait, so if I win 3, you're gonna say and still, right?
No, I would. In that case, I got go-tos that I use on these stages. In the event that you get, again, now you're talking about that would be your 3rd title, correct?
Correct.
So I would have to go with and 3-time Olympia champion.
Yo, I'm getting nervous right now.
Huh?
Don't get nervous. Go get back in the gym is what you need to do.
Hell yeah, I got a meal right now.
Watch out for flying elbows in the parking lot of hotels. We're going to follow you all the way to the Mr. Olympia coming up in Orlando, Florida, October 7th to the 10th. But for right now, that's going to do it for us here at Monday Night Muscle. Brandon, thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It was awesome. Thank you.
All right, for Bob Chick, I'm Sean Ray. We'll join you next week right here on Monday Night Muscle.